Okay, hi everybody. This is about birthing, and this is about trying to lower the pain during the birthing process. And I say the main thing when I had my son is that I was doing yoga at the time and meditation. I was vegetarian at the time. Now I'm not, but I was then. So I would say lots of vegetables are really key, and eating a good diet and hydrating and taking the multi. I did take the multi. But then as the process went, my ex-husband is Russian, so we did things a little bit differently because this is what he did. He specialized in underwater birth and baby swimming and all that kind of thing. And so initially, what he really wanted to do was he wanted to climb mountains with me. So I was like pregnant, but I'd be like huffing and puffing, climbing up these things just to stay in shape. And then when I did have my son, oh, and one more thing, he had this video of a person giving birth. I guess it was her third birth. Um, so she was in a squat and she was naked and she was completely calm and she gave birth to this child, and it just blew my mind how calm she was. So what he had me do is visualize. After I saw that video, he had me visualize my son turning and then coming out smoothly with no problems, no pain. It felt really good visualizing it. So I did that. And then when my water broke, he said that it was now time to go swimming. What? It's like, yes, time to go swimming. So I did. I went to the public pool and swam laps, and it felt awesome. It felt so good to swim, and the contractions were no problem at all at the beginning. They became more frequently, and I think I said to him at one point, I'm going to have the baby here unless we get me home. So we did. I got out of the pool, and but it felt awesome to swim, and got out, got in this car, and boy, did it feel different. I could really feel the pain more by being in the car and on land. So then we went into a warm bathtub at home, and it felt immediately better. And then when the contractions came strong, what I would do is that, first of all, the contractions are not that long. They're only a minute or two. And then after the contractions, it's completely calm. There is no contractions. Everything's fine. You feel fine, especially if you're in nice warm water. But when the contractions came, I would do this visualization. And what I would do is imagine a white ball at the base of my spine, and I would imagine breathing the white ball up to my third eye, and then I would give it a push and let the white just shower down. Then I'd imagine it coming to a white ball at the base of my spine again, breathing it up. When it gets to here, give it a push down. Bring it up. Now you would think during contractions, they're so painful, you're not going to be able to do that. But no, you're able to do it to a certain extent. You just focus on it. And it's nice to focus on the white ball coming up and then a white ball showering your body, even if you're lying down. Like that. So, and then you only do that for like a minute or two. And then what he would do, which was really key, is when I'd have the contractions, he would squeeze where my little toe is. There's a joint right there, and there's a joint right here. And when I would do this breathing, he would squeeze very hard these two joints. And it was amazing how much it helped. So when I just did the visualizing, I needed him to squeeze, because when he didn't squeeze, I could really feel the difference. So between him squeezing and me doing my visualization, I was pretty much fine during the contractions. And the contractions are not that long. And then you have a break. And then when the midwife said it was time to push, I thought, really? I haven't done this bad part, I see. But no, it was time to push. So I mean, I did have contractions, but I did the visualization, I did that, and I was able to cope. And then, and it wasn't really like I felt strong pain. Like I'm telling you, I was waiting for the strong pain. So then I pushed, and when I pushed, the baby had to come out at that point. He had actually the cord wrapped around his neck. So when it was time to push, we had to push. So I pushed really strong, and I had fourth degree tears. So I had a major tear there. And what they did was my son was born. They brought him right up out of the water into my arms, and he wasn't blue or anything. He was fine, even though it was around his neck. He was a 10 or whatever that was. He was in great shape. But I held him, and it was such heaven holding him. And they did stitches, but they didn't have to give me anything for the stitches. I mean, I couldn't even feel them stitching me up, and that amazed me. And they said that when you hold the baby like that, the energy's so incredible that that's all you need for anesthesia, which it was true. It was true. I couldn't even feel them stitching me up. So I just want to share with people, just in case it might help somebody else in the birthing process, for them to experiment with it. If anyone wants to get in touch with me and let me know what happened with them, whether this was helpful for them, or want to know anything else, my name's Pamela, and I'm at artjoy18 at gmail.com. ARTJOY 18 at gmail.com. Okay, bud. It's my son. I'm supposed to turn this off now. Saryosha, my good fellow, you can turn that off.